Everybody please stand. Colors being in place, hand salute. 2. Please uncover all members and guests in attendance. Please remain standing with cap removed and placed over the heart from the opening prayer, the Pledge of Allegiance, and concluding with the POWMIA ceremony. Okay, Chaplain.
Heavenly Father, in the name of your Son Jesus, thank you again, Lord. I love these meetings on Tuesday every month. And Father, you are the master of might. And we exist, Lord, because of your love and care for humanity, for veterans, and for the United States of America. So God bless our time together today, Lord. And thank you for everyone that's here. Father, we have some legionnaires that are on the sick call list. Have mercy upon them, Lord. Thank you again for our time. In Jesus' name, and everybody said, boom.
Okay, the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Resolution 288, adopted at the 67th American Legion National Convention, calls for designating the POWMIA Indy Chair at all official meetings of the American Legion as a physical symbol of the thousands of American POWMIAs still unaccounted for from all wars and conflicts involving the United States. This is a reminder for all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners of captivity, the reparation of the remains of those who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves to this vital endeavor. Please cover. If you would please join me in the preamble. Guiding country.
It is together all on inheritance to uphold the American Constitution of the United States and to maintain law. Follow through eventually Americanism. It was the anxious and self appreciation of all war. Nation. And that was a great thing, but I should buy a community well.
Okay, you may be seated. What else I'd like to get done in about the first 3 minutes? Okay. I now declare the Easley Post 52, Department of South Carolina, regularly convened. We are now in session on my agenda. Got a few faces that are around here I haven't seen lately. Welcome back, Paul.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Yeah, welcome back, Paul.
Welcome back, Paul.
Where you been, Paul?
We're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Flacker.
I know you've wanted to be here and you've been bored being cooped up.
I didn't have to be here.
Yeah, you've had a tough going. So anyway, well, it's good to see you back. I hope you're doing well.
I am doing well.
Okay, good.
I appreciate every visit I had of all the members. It was very,
Yeah, and I was a little bit slow in getting over to you, but at least I called once in a while.
yeah, you did go.
I managed to stay busy at times, especially today. Anyway, good to see you, Bob Raven.
Thank you.
Welcome back. And who I got? You knew? I thought you were. Can you give us your name?
My name's Dan McGowan.
Dan McGowan. Where you from?
All over.
Oh, what is that? I take it you must.
I'm an Army brat. I lived in Alabama, Georgia, Utah, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana.
Okay, well, Army brat. Okay. So anyway, what else about you? Army?
I was in the army. I was 11 Bravo, Germany, and I got out and went back into the reserve unit. I was a tank mechanic and went to Saudi.
Oh, okay.
Wow, thank you.
So you've actually gotten a little action in.
Yeah,
Just a
I was
little.
good for about a month now above my head.
Anyway, we're glad to have you tonight. Welcome.
To be here.
Yep. And who's that way back there?
Duncan Hall.
Duncan Harvey. And I think I shook your hand earlier.
He did. My middle son is also a member here. He's out of town.
Oh, okay.
He's been on.
Okay. Yeah, his name does say.
Helped us with Reach Across America
Yeah. Yeah. Name's ringing a bell with me.
and obvious.
Take me a little while to put a face on it. Anyway, but so I take it you were Army too?
No, I started out in the Navy for 8 months and then got transferred to the Marine Corps. I was 4.
Oh, okay. No such thing as an ex-Marine, right?
Right.
So, all right. Good to have you. Good to have you. We got 2 or 3 Marines hidden around here. They stay quiet. Most, these Navy guys, though, I'm not sure about them. That's one. Anyway, anybody else I missed?
I recognize James if I were you.
I was getting there. Of course, my own son back there, he's finally graced us with his presence tonight. I think it's the first time in a while. So, well, he was at the Christmas party. So, back in December. Yeah, well, there was food involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, but yes, he's here tonight. Good to see him. I'm still having trouble getting his mother to show up though.
Oh,
And she has a conflict. Every time we have a post meeting, she has a conflict doing quilts. And she's working with these people who do quilts, Valor and all that kind of stuff. So that's where she's at. But I get her to show up every once in a while, but not often.
And that's correct. That. Well,
But anyway, all right. Anybody else I've missed?
let's do a lot.
Okay, I guess we kind of got it. All right. We got the welcome over with. All right. Sick call. We got our usuals on there. Critter Humphrey, Lonnie Saxon, Phil Prevett, Larry Holcomb, Raymond Crapo, Charles Vaughn, Stuart Baylor, Dr. Shepard, Ben Houston, Jim Stewart, James Taylor, Harold Whitlock, Mickey Medlin, Paul Smith, and not up there, but Doc, we had you on here praying for you too.
I'm not on it anymore.
So doesn't mean we can't pray for you.
Pray. It's all forever when you get it.
Okay. All right. So anybody else we need to add to that?
Yeah, you keep missing John Carpenter.
That's a good point. But I take it you've seen him recently?
Yeah, he did. He showed still practice.
Oh, all right.
Doing better.
Okay. So the honor guard is still practicing. They're still working hard, and whenever they get a chance, they get to participate in a funeral or anything else they might be able to participate in. Okay.
They're nice to let you down.
he did.
That was cold.
Oh, that's right. I get it.
But I didn't even know Marie.
Okay. All right. Okay, Sam, do your thing.
All our bills are paid. But we need to get out and sell some rifle tickets. That's going to, that money helps us get started with Boy State and our first of the year expenses. I also have signed us up for the well, we signed up for the Azalea Festival.
Spring clean.
Spring Fling, that's it. I signed that up for that, so we're good to go on both.
What's the date on that day?
Yeah.
The 5th of 12 to 6.
Okay. So that one we wasn't expecting, but we got it. All right.
Say that.
You got anything else, Sam?
It actually do it. Unless somebody has any questions.
Okay. All right. What Sam has not been giving you, we have a secondary account that is a special account for the post that we have money in that we have collected donations and money for the expenses such as the Vietnam Memorial Wall that's coming in May. And we also have parade money in there from some ATAX money that we got from the county for promoting the Veterans Day parade. Of that, we have had an income between some donations that was given in, several other things. We have a total income of, in the past year, $14,256 in that account. Out of that, I have paid out $1,511.35 for different expenses. Part of it was reimbursing the post for some reefs that they came into that account from the donations online, and I had to write a check for $102 for him to put in the reef account. We also had $5,020 that came in for donations toward the Vietnam Memorial Wall. Actually, we had a little more than that. That's what I have in there now. Actually, it's like 6,000 that had totally come in. And then we had 75,000 or 7,500. I'm sorry. I wish it was 75,000, but it 7,500. That was ATAX money. There was a grant from the county for us to promote the parade this coming November, and the American Legion is hosting that parade. We have to decide where we're going to do it. If we're going to continue doing it in Liberty, move it to Pickens. Last I talked to Easley, they didn't want it, so we would have to go and figure it out. Okay. Had some flag sales in there, about $436 of flag sales, but part of that come back around and is being reimbursed as from my money. But I had paid you the 164 and you the 63. And then there's a 200 in there that's kind of limbo right now. But either way, out of all that, like I said, we have a balance of 12,745 in there right now in that account. So that's
But that is earmarked for the Walnut Hills.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have $5,020 earmarked for the Walnut Hills and 7,500 earmarked for that. What is left in there is other working money that I'm having to do. Okay.
What's the date on the wall?
May 15 through 18. It's actually going to arrive on the 13th. If anybody wants to be a part of the escort that's going from Rock Springs Baptist Church to Brazil Road in Liberty. So, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a little bit. So, anyway, I wanted to give you that so that I can have that off my plate, a financial report on that, so that everybody knows that I'm not trying to hide anything. Okay. What's next? Okay, membership, Gary.
All right, we're still below where we should be. Probably increasing the requirements. I suppose you guys have all got your dues updated. So please, if you know other members, ask them. First off, we can find out if there's a problem. They may not want to be you, but we got to find this out. Just make a phone call, whatever you can. I find it works better. You know, I don't ask them, what are you going to pay your dues? I just tell them what we're doing. We're trying to get our membership back under control. And, you know, we appreciate your support. That's all I get about 90% getting it. There's some just absolutely tell me, no, I'm not going to be new. And then after we talk a little bit, they say they shit. So, you know, that's all I can say. Just, if you see members out there, make that are members of our post, we can run off lists till we're blue in the face. I can give you names and phone numbers. You want to give them some calls. And frankly, it's not a bad deal. I think everybody likes to have somebody call and just see, hey, you doing okay? I had you on my mind. And, that'll go a long way towards getting our post up and running back in good shape. To be honest with you, we are for our district, and the district meeting's coming up here toward the end of March. Right now, we're on the bottom. We're not, Greenville's larger than us. Other than that, we're the big fish in the pond, and we're on the bottom of the tension. So I appreciate all the help we get.
Sometimes those buddy calls do pay off because you can ask Paul. That phone call means the world to him, as well as a few others that I have called as well.
Well, what I've been told by our membership, they get letters from National telling them time to renew, time to renew, time to renew. So now they get to the point, American Legion, I don't know what they want thrown away. And they do the same thing. Paul, I've helped Paul, son Sam's done it. We spent a couple hours folding up letters, putting them in the mail them back, and get 2% return. Is what we end up getting. It just works better to talk to them on the phone or talk to them face to face.
Amen.
All right. Okay, Mike Church.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you're doing daily.
Every morning, Monday through Friday, 8 to 11, I'm here every morning. Barry stopped by, helped me out a few times. Fresh coffee, donuts, cakes, whatever. Free of charge, whatever. Just come in, sit down, BS, talk, come get a free cup of coffee and run out of here. I don't care. Tim Conrad stopped by, helping homeless vets out. He's asked me if he can bring them over for a fresh cup of coffee, whatever, and I told him, of course. That's why we're here. Don't have to be a veteran. The whole community's welcome. People, neighbors, whatever, get done dropping their kids off. If people want to swing by just to have a cup of coffee or something, then more than welcome. So.
Yeah, the whole idea is that we have the door open some.
Just trying to open it up for the community, let the community know that we're here, we're involved in the community.
We have had some people in the past that actually have told us that they have come and it was always locked up. So we need to make an effort to be here. And I think last month we picked up a member because of that.
Yeah.
Picked up a new member. Yeah.
He stopped by again today. He stopped by here several times.
Okay. Sam's already talked about the rifle tickets, but yes, we need to be working on those. And I think I had a flyer. I'll get to it in a minute. It'll pop up. Paul had said something about that if every member in the post bought 2 tickets, we'd have our 500 sold. Because we had 250 or 260 something.
Well, let's talk about the raffle tickets. And so you understand what's happening. Paul heard the same speech I did. The department had a huge debt for buildings in Columbia, and the interest was eating them alive. And so the property was for sale, but nothing to sell. So they came up with the first rifle raffle, and the proceeds from that was able to get the department pretty much out of debt. And a couple more times they got out of debt, they got rid of the property, so now they got the money. Out of that, we get $10 out of the 20, out of the $25 each post gets $10. Some little posts, especially down in mid-state, this rifle raffle thing for them was a free winner. Some of them, got their whole annual collection out of these tickets. Because I knew some. Yes, sir.
Chapin built their new building because of the rifle tickets. We did $4,000 in sales last year. So
Go ahead. But what I was going to say, the Fisher House, and I'm assuming everybody knows, maybe they don't. The Fisher House is a home in Wakey home. If you had to go into the hospital, down there, your family could stay at the Fisher House and cost a nickel. Proceeds from these rifle tickets support the Fisher House.
If anybody wants any more
Ronald
information.
Dawes can do it selling hamburgers, surely we can do it selling land. Because I'd rather have the rifle than the hamburger.
Oh. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. I have an issue with a lot of things something like that. I think we need to rephrase how we want to do it. So we keep saying if every member buys 2 tickets, we haven't even met our retention goal yet.
That's true.
In dues. So top of that, you're asking someone to pay $60 and minimum 50.
No.
I get it.
I see your point, but that was just something that way it was said, and I mean that's just showing how easy it would be to sell them. But yes, our goal is we need to reach our retention rate on the members first before we do this, because this anybody can buy this.
So for $110, you can do your membership and have 2 rifle raffle tickets. And if you don't want the rifle, sell it.
Yeah, actually, we're still doing this year the gift card.
Yeah.
You do not have to pay.
You can get a gift card for ammunition or something. I don't know what.
It's the Sportsman's Warehouse is hosting it, so they would be you would get a gift card for the value of the rifle that you would have won, and on that gift card, but you have to spend it at their store. But you know, I mean, I can go buy plenty of ammo or whatever.
Last year 4 last, we sold 6. Had 6 winners.
Yes, we do.
Last year we had 2 winners.
So we're due again.
Yeah.
But that's a lot harder for us to sell raffle tickets that year in the foothills, the mountains, these redneck guys have already got left.
We never have too many.
That one that.
Never had it.
Yes, Mike.
I mean, I've talked to Tractor Supply. I'm waiting to get back with the manager because I know he's got organizations come up there and hoping to get with him to once a week, every other week, whatever, and get a table set up outside of the store, maybe 1 day a week to sell rifle raffle tickets or flags or whatever. Because
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, we're working on this year of doing a lot more exposure, being out in the public and being able to do sales.
We'll be able to. Last year when we sold it at the Affinity Festival, and I think we sold about 30.
Yeah.
So and we're going to sell them again on Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
Belts and poppies.
Yeah, well, we got right up to this begins July 8th, so right up to the end of June, I think they even sell it.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I'll have them at the Clemson Rodeo on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, you are going to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've talked with Ellen Quinn's daughter. The American Legion has a booth for free whenever they have a rodeo. She's
Yeah. Okay. I'll get back to that in just a minute. One thing I want to add about this, about the rifle raffle. Be aware. Randall Woods from Post 11 over in Pickens, saw him yesterday, and he was telling me that they ordered some tickets, and somehow when they were mailed from Columbia, they put the wrong address on the envelope. So they got mailed to the wrong place. They do not have the tickets. And nobody knows where they're at right now. So be aware if you see somebody selling tickets, if they don't look right about, who they are, be selling them, let somebody know.
Pickens had a big problem with years past, and I wouldn't say.
I know this is a comeback year for them, but the turnaround of it is he called Maggie, talked with them. So while the postmaster's trying to find where they delivered the package, they sent them some more. He gave them to one of his guys that went over to Greenville that works at the airport and sold every one of them in one night. About 50. So maybe it's looking pretty good for them. But anyway, be aware of that just in case. Yeah.
Yes, Commander. I have quite a few brochures here for the Fisher House. It's in Columbia. It's strictly for veterans, and you have to go there, and your families stay free.
Yep.
So I'm going to set them over here on the table. Interested? Pick one up.
Okay. A lot of that money for the rifle raffles is what supports Boys State. That's a big chunk. We send 11 boys, that's over $3,000 right there.
Well,
So-
Boyd State's gone up, what, about $400 per person?
Yeah.
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 That's including the-
Yeah, so either way, no, well, yeah, you're right. My math was, but anyway, but yes, it has, well, the Boys State has been being supported by the sale of those tickets. And so that's one of the things if you're, it's going for a good cause. And of course, everything we do is for a good cause. Right? Okay, what was next? Okay, awards night is going to be April 22nd, meeting in here. So that's the first responders. Okay, at Junior ROTC Awards night is going to be April 28th. That's going to be coming in the near future. We've also got the Wall that Hills coming. That's what I was talking about, the Vietnam Memorial Wall. That's going to be May 15th through 18th, 765 Brazil Road in Liberty. That's outside of Liberty, actually. Everybody know where Brazil Road is? Now getting to the landfill? Okay, anyway. Right, it's a big field out there. So that's where we're going with it. It's open to the public. It is open 24 hours per day and free parking. Now, that 24 hours per day, we have to have volunteers to be there 24 hours a day. So I counted it up. We have it done up in shifts, 3-hour shifts. It's on Sign Up Genius. You can sign up for it. I counted it up, and I think there's 156 shifts total in that time period that it will be open. Last time I counted, we had like 30 something that actually signed up, and that was it. We got another month before we have to have 75% of those shifts filled. So, do not have to be a veteran to participate in that. Just have to be an able-bodied that doesn't mind being there and helping people, because what it is to assist veterans or people who want to go look at the wall, help them find the name they're looking for, or anything else they may need. And we're looking at 8 people per shift during the day, and 4 people, I think it is at night. It is. I thought it was 4.
6 we had it before.
Yeah. So anyway, we have that. Did you have a question back there?
I had a statement. I work for GE,
Mm-hmm.
and our GE Veterans Network is like over 100 strong.
Mm-hmm.
And we sent an email out to everybody today with these 2 flyers
Okay.
on it, asking for volunteers.
Good.
And so they're all pretty heavy, you know.
Well, good, because we're going to need them.
Yeah.
And we're up for any help we can get. To sign up for it, you got PickensVeterans.org is the website, and there's a link for it for signing up to volunteer. It takes you to a thing called Sign Up Genius. You find the shift that you want. If it's got a available slot in it, you put your name in it, and you're signed up. So, anyway, moving on. Okay, the other thing that goes along with the Walden Hills, we have the In Memory program. The In Memory program is basically a person who went to Vietnam, was there, and then left and managed to get back home, and then died later. He could have died last week. Doesn't matter.
God, yeah.
No, you're not eligible. We don't want you to be for a while.
Walking around.
Okay, not your turn, dog. It's not your turn, dog. You'll have to get the next one. Okay, what it is, you go in, and basically, you got to have to get into the program. Items needed. You got to have the veteran's DD 214, a death certificate, pictures of that veteran, preferably one of when he was in service over there or of that time period, and one of more recent. I mean, so that they will run both of you. And the last day to apply for that is April 14th. And what it is they will have this put into a database in their computer on the truck, and they have the monitors in the education center, and this will be displayed. And all the people while it's here in Liberty, it will display all the veterans who were from South Carolina only. So, yeah, we have four. So it's not. So don't rush him. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, we definitely need volunteers for that. And what I was going to say earlier, the wall will actually get here on the 13th. And we're doing an escort from Rock Springs Baptist Church to Brazil Road. And we've got the Patriot Guard that's going to be doing the leading the escort. And so anybody that wants to be a part of that or be there, welcome to attend. It's going to come straight down 123 through all the way out, then go on out of town, down 123 to 178, and we come back to Liberty. That way, unless the train's coming, then we may have to detour. So, but either way, it's a pretty good event. And if I can get through in time, I'll show you a video that they have that might be interesting. Okay. Before I get to Tim, I have one other thing that was added in here. It did not get on there for some reason. Okay. How many people in here use My Health Event? Have you logged on lately? Have you done it with ID.me?
Yes.
Or login.gov? Okay. Anybody that uses that it needs to get their ID.me set up. I think Mike is planning on being here this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
With breakfast burritos.
Yes.
It's going to be Friday and Saturday morning. So I will come in here Saturday.
$4 a piece or 3 for 10. Free coffee.
And a whole bunch of
Yep. Sausage, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh, good.
Yep. All handmade. I'll make them Thursday night. They'll be fresh and hot.
So anyway, I'll be here Saturday morning, and if anybody needs help trying to get that set up, I can help you get it set up. At least I hope. Plus, I have one like I had yesterday.
Also, I thought needed to mention, in case you don't realize it, enrolled in VA healthcare, there is an expiration on your ID card, on your Veterans Health ID card. So just be aware of that. We can assist with getting those renewed and all for you as well.
It's about 10 years is what I think they call it.
Several of them that was noticed.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot lately.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are kind of upset about it. Why does it have an expiration date? And I'm like, you have to ask the VA. So, anyways, all right. I think that was pretty much everything. The Azalea Festival. We didn't talk about that yet. Azalea Festival, April 26th in Pickens. That's a big event. I think I looked it up in 2023. They had like 55,000 visitors.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people come through there. It's a lot of exposure. We have done it a couple of times, and we do fairly well there. We're being seen. This year, Mike got us a 10 by 20 spot, so we're going to have a little bit bigger space. We're going to have a popcorn machine out there doing popcorn, sodas, whatever. He's going to sell hats. And then also we're going to have information about the wall. We're going to have information about the post, sell flags, raffle tickets, whatever. And then the auxiliary, I think, is going to be right next to us, and they're going to be doing their thing. So either way, with all that said, we're going to need a little bit of help from that. We'll try to come up with a sign-up sheet to where we can break it out to where everybody doesn't show up all at the same time.
What was the date again?
It's April 26th. Yes, sir.
On the flags, if we're gonna need extra flags, I need to order them now, so give me a number.
Okay, you got to see how many we got.
I can cover them up and give it to you tomorrow, Paul. I'll be here at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So I can count them up that we have on hand here, and I'll text you.
We have plenty of the regular U.S. flags that we just ordered.
Oh, good, good.
We have, about 15 3x5s. What we get, I think we have
We got
6
four
5x8s.
sixes and we got some 5x8s.
Yeah, we have.
All right, we'll go through the inventory and figure out
Well,
what we got.
if we're gonna be selling special right there, I think we probably will need a few extra.
It's not gonna hurt for us to go ahead and get some. And also, while I'm thinking about it, Mike, I saw an email earlier today. The hats right now for 3 days, 5% off. So you can get that order in,
I'll get that set tomorrow then.
and I've got the email if you need it.
Okay.
It's got the code on it.
Or whatever.
Okay.
You
Well,
all be selling at spring fest too, right? In East.
Yeah, we should.
Just say fest, look, but the.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, but spring clean.
yeah. So spring cleaning will need them as well.
Are we gonna have our new tent?
Maybe. Not yet. It hadn't got ordered yet. The guy who was going to get it from has never got back to me, and I've called him several times. So evidently he got his hand slapped for the price he gave me.
Oh.
So, but anyway, I have 2 brand new 10x10s, and I have a 10x20 easy up as well. So we got it covered one way or another. That's brand new. I just got to ask permission to use it and send it. Because it's actually hers.
Like that.
Yeah, I can see James back there.
You do like this forgiveness.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, that's covered. Okay. All right, get up here, Tim.
Hey, so, I'm Tim Conrad, member here, of State Water Solution Veteran First Responder Advocate, but, I had a few people recently ask me some questions about, hey, do you help people get employment? Do you help people do this? Well, yeah, so I'm gonna give you a brief, and it's real quick, but then I wanna show you since I've been here in Pickens County, what we've done for the veterans within the community, all right? Some of them are sitting in this room, okay? So, we're a 501c nonprofit. Our mission is to connect, lead, and inspire. So connect warriors, that's what you are, and their families to resources within the community, all throughout Pickens County. Lead them through the process of self-empowerment. Some of them are like, man, I just transitioned. I don't know what the hell's going on. Can I cuss in here? Oh, no. Old infantry guy, so it might come out. So, and then inspire the community, and that's the big one. And that's one big thing that I'm advocating on is getting the community, some of them people with some deep pockets, to embrace the veterans, embrace you, and what valuable neighbors of veterans can be to the community. Veterans are leaders, and they can be in this community and lead and help the community prosper. Local, so I have an office here in Easley at the Goodwill Building off of 123, and I also have an office at Clemson University where I help the professors, students that are veterans, family members of veterans that go to Clemson, Clemson Police Department, University, Clemson Fire Department. I'm there 2 days a week, and I'm here 3 days a week. Is that Colonel?
No, you hit the wrong button.
So which one?
Look, he's gonna sit there and watch you struggle.
Yeah, I know. He's just gonna shove
That's
a
right.
cookie in his mouth and say, "Good luck." And I am a fill-in. Somebody was supposed to be here, so I just put these together right here. These couple ones. So these are some of the things that we do. Okay, I don't like seeing it so people can see. And I tried to make it big so the Marine Corps guys could read it, but I'm sitting next to an Air Force guy. I haven't read it to it. Okay, so our team, so we're in Greenville, we're in all other counties within the upstate, right? So our services include employment and entrepreneurship. You want to start a business, something big lately? Dudes are calling me. They want to know how to do beehives or getting that. Am I missing something? Because I've had 4 in the last 6 months call me about that. Is there like millions of dollars to be made? Anybody know? I don't know. Something's going on. Education and workforce development. Hey, I came out of the military or I'm 60 years old and I want to get back out in the workforce. We can help you do that. Healthcare and benefits, connecting with Walton and Melanie, healthcare, VA healthcare. If you served one day, if you went to basic training and they kicked you out, we can help you. There's a resource within this nation that will help you because you put your country above yourself, your family, and your friends. Not everybody raises their hand and actually gets on a plane or a bus to go to basic training. You hear a lot of that. Well, I was going to do it, but whatever, right? But so we help, and that is a big difference between Upstate Warrior Solution and Wounded Warrior Project. We help everybody. World War II vets, Wounded Warrior Projects doesn't do that. They're more of a 9/11 post organization. Mental health and behavioral health. Everybody with PTSD, behavioral health, basic needs, rent, utilities, mortgage payments, legal, JIVO right after. Is this got a pointer?
Yeah, but don't work that out.
JIVO, Justice About Veteran Outreach. So every veteran that gets put into a detention center within one of the 11 counties in the upstate, one of us advocates gets a call from Pickens County. They call me. We have no one in there right now that's a veteran. But they'll call me, they'll send me the list. I go see that veteran because, let's say Paul gets put in jail for his 4th DUI.
Yeah, it would be the first time.
And there's something else going on besides Paul just like drinking. There's something else, and I want to make sure that I connect Paul with something so Paul can get his head right and so Paul stays out of jail. There's something else going on there besides just falling. There's something digging in his head that's doing that. Recreation and wellness. You want to go swim with the sharks at Atlanta Aquarium? You can. This is free stuff. All right. I did that. You want to go hiking? You want to do the Appalachian Trail? You want to go all kinds of stuff. Family services. That's for your families, veterans, families, widows, everybody. Anything that they need, we can also assist them with that. The one that I love is the Staff Sergeant Fox program. Staff Sergeant Fox was a sniper in Iraq, and he came back and he blew his head off. And this is Staff Sergeant Fox right here. Look at that. Young kid, smiling, happy as all get up, and then went in his bedroom and blew his brains out. So I've had 12 people since I came back from Iraq in 2009, my second tour there. 12 from the infantry company had committed suicide. That is a big one for me. All right. There are estimated 100,000 veterans who live in the upstate of South Carolina. Since 2013, Upstate Warrior Solution, that number's a little higher now, about 11,000 of that. These are some of the things I just did, me, as an advocate here in Pickens County. I got a grant. I was able to help many warriors, $11,000, $359. Emergency food and shelter program, that's a fund, $10,000. Hurricane fund, I went through $5,000 in like 2 weeks. That's not your homeless vest. That's what's the first thing? Let's say Richard's power went out and lost all of his food. I'm giving Richard a few $100 to go get some food, right? You take care of our own. American Legion Post, that's us. Gave me $500. Was that right before Christmas? Before I even got out the door, it was already gone. We bought a hot water heater and had it put in, and then did some other work around the gentleman's house in Pickens County, and that's where that $500. 698 warriors, first responders. We also help first responders, firemen, policemen, foreigners, and EMS. We've assisted just Pickens County 37 first responders and 134 families. Workforce development. So I got a phone call the other day. Somebody's like, do you help people find a job? Yes, we do. 366 within Pickens County, 58 of them became high level. They're higher up in the business. Pretty smart people. They might have went to West Point or something, or just got a really master's degree, got connected with a great employment. Others
were employed, enrolled either in school or some form of trade or some kind of training so they can get back and going. Housing, we assisted 232 people. Either they were needing a place to live, these are some of our homeless, or they were hurting on their rent, or they were late on their mortgage. Benefits, 225, probably all 225, Melanie and I worked together with. And that's not a joke, it's a number. So if a veteran has an issue with benefits, or no disrespect to you two, if they have an issue with them, I'm gonna come in there and just talk to them too about what's going on with Paul. Why's Paul having a hard time? What's going on? I'm like a mediator advocate.
He's a drunk.
Yep. Oh, that's a good one. Assist train. So walk into the course. Assist train is applied suicide intervention skills training. I went to a course in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, came back. It's a 2-day course. Really, it's just getting people to talk to one another, to communicate, which a lot of people, not this generation, but other generations, don't know how to communicate anymore. You see somebody struggling, hey man, you about to commit suicide? Why not?
I can tell
You know, and if he opens up, great, and that's somebody we say it. So I've trained 78 people, and that's just been in a few months. Equine therapy. That is something we're doing with veterans that are struggling with PTSD. Right now, we've got 10. We do 5 with each class. We do it out at Eden Farms. And I'm going to say it wrong. Dacusville? There you go. And we have our 3rd classes coming up. We only do 5 veterans, male and female, and they come in and they work as a team. And we blindfold them. They got to put a saddle on a horse. They do all these different types of things. And an hour of that is done with like therapy type stuff. Like, hey, I had a shitty week. How did you get through it? Right? Instead of going to the VA, now we are bringing people together so we can, just like we did when we were serving, we're out here, we can help one another, right? So that's a big one. Statsar Fox program, 2,415 in 2 years since I've been here. That's how many I screened. Every veteran that I talk to, I get real with. I talk to them about their mental health. I don't care if you think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm still going to ask you, because that is the biggest thing. People dealing with mental health as we get older and transitioning. Older, we don't feel like we need it anymore. Transitioning, we don't know where we fit in. And they struggle. So I screen them, I ask them really hard questions. And out of that, then we'll go a different direction if they need mental health. I just want to make sure that they are connected to a mental health resource, whether that be the VA or Statsar Fox program paying for you to go to the Pickens County Behavioral Health place, or you go to the Greenville Vet Center where I go. You know, so out of that screening, we assisted $34,000, almost $35,000. If you're in that program, there's some monies that you can get for employment, stuff for your family, clothes. There's a lot of different things that can help with. So we went through almost $35,000 in a little less than 2 years. There's all the services that we have, veteran services, family. I just explained it. I told everybody I was going to go quick. I have 20 slides. You want to go through them? But that's it. So, I also have, I went to the Dream Center today. You all know what that is, right? Mm-hmm. So they're getting ready to have, I'll put this over here. They wanted me to make sure they're having their suicide prevention training, which is on the 22nd. It's a Saturday. It's a full day event. If you want to go, it's right there. I'll leave those here. I told them I would drop them off.
I think this is the one Gary went to.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you
This
didn't
was
go
a
to
1 day, I did a 2-day class.
I got you.
Yeah. Yep. Does anybody have any questions?
Well, I'll tell you, that's when you break it down to see what you really do versus, hey, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
I'm talking about show the numbers. This is what we've done.
If you can't get community leaders behind you, brother, you got a problem.
Yep.
Or with the community has a problem.
Right. That's right. I agree. And I did that today. I went on, we keep everybody I talked to him in my office and I take a note, right? This is what we talked about. And then everybody help, I keep track of that. Like, so today, I'm just like, what have I done in Pickens County in the 2 years that I've been here? And all this came up, and I just made that. It's a regular slide. You guys already saw the full slide, but I just do that together because I want you guys to know what I do and what Upstate Warrior Solution does. If I'm doing it, you're doing it. If you just say, "Hey, go see Tim," or whatever. One thing that we could use in Pickens County is assisting veterans get to places. I mean it. I mean, if we could, as a group, come together with some way, hey man, I'm going to call you if I got a veteran. Just 4 of us within this organization say, hey, yeah, I'm going to help give a veteran a ride to the Greenville VA or the Anderson CBOC, and then we just get on some kind of call roster. That would be such a relief for many veterans. I'm just letting you know. Now I'm getting on a soapbox.
Yeah. Can I bring up one thing behind that? Is that, yes, it is needed. We have a van over in Pickens at the VA, but I got a call the other day and I think we're fixing to lose it. So if we don't have a van, of course, right now we have 2 drivers and Melanie is one of them and she's not leaving. So, it's a lot of these people, they have these appointments. They need to get to them. A lot of them can't drive. It is not that difficult to take them over there and drop them off, sit there and wait a little bit, and then take them back home. And it actually makes you feel good when you do it. So,
And then I could support that with some kind of gift card that people give us. Here's a $25 gift card. Okay, this is for helping out. Y'all know Harold Provost? Man, that dude is on the road for me probably 5 times a week. So,
but he needs help. It can't always be the same person. That's the big thing. So,
you got a question?
Yeah, no, lots of time, we know that there's help out there. No, exactly what to do when the wind hits our beach. I would have driven down the middle of my community and if I was walking down the street, I had on. I pulled over, he was a van, and gave him a ride across town. I was on the way over to this conversation with him. He was sleeping in the woods out next to the old high school. What did I need to do with it, Alan? What
Right there, you just did it. And you call it, you should have my number in your phone, and you call me right there within it, and I'm gonna come. Anybody, just call me.
Yeah,
I have cards and a thing over here, just call me. I don't care what it is. Widow, whatever.
what do you got?
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
Oh, he's not.
I got a few minutes of commander's time. And then
Everybody.
Okay. What I was going to say about Tim is that, okay, over at the VA, we only can handle certain things. And we don't have a budget for a person who comes in and he's just got evicted, doesn't have a place to go, doesn't have a place to sleep. I call Tim. And Tim can usually find some, because he has a budget for that where I don't. So we work together a lot. So yeah, I talk to him several times a week, whether I want to or not.
Yes.
We think a lot of Tim, though. He does a good job. All right. Tommy Chastain, our first vice, wants to speak to you.
I'm going to take one second.
I've heard that before.
And actually, something Nick told me last Tuesday is what inspired me to speak to y'all. Now, looking at this group, this is not the group I was planning on speaking to. Okay, sort of like you said a little while. You guys are here all the time. Most of you are here when the doors. How many people are in the honor park? You see what I'm talking about? So this isn't ideally going to be addressed to y'all, but I think this is a message that we need to share with all the members. You guys all know we meet. Who knows that we have board meetings the Tuesday prior to our meeting? So last Tuesday. Okay. y'all do know that you're welcome to be a part of that. Any idea for bettering the post or a project in the community, that's where the sausage is made, and that's kind of where we figure out this is what we're doing. Okay. Um, Nick came in and we were talking about buddy checks, and that's something I'm actually supposed to be in charge of. Gary, you know, Gary helps me out. I don't have as much time as Gary does. And Sam, I mean, Paul used to have a lot of time, but he got locked up lately. But anyway, uh, so he brought up something, and it was an opposition to why haven't we seen you? You know, this guy I think said, well, I'm going to continue to pay my dues, but I'm never coming to a meeting again because it sucks. It's not fun.
Well, he didn't say that.
Well,
I'm bored.
I'm trying to entertain you.
Okay.
And so it got a little chuckle out of all. These are meetings. And we're all kind of like, come on, man, what's your real excuse, right? So I kind of been playing that in my head the last week. And this afternoon I was sitting there, and yeah, I was working, but I do think about other stuff when I'm working. And I got to thinking, you know what the fun is in this organization? It's not these meetings. What about you guys on Honor Guard? Y'all have a good time? Good good camaraderie when you're working together. When we're out in front of Sam's Club selling poppies, that is where it's great. And there's a lot of pleasure when we talk about we're writing this check for whatever, because as a unit or as a post, we have accomplished our mission. The amount of money that we give away here is staggering. Okay. And we're really selfless. Our expenses here are meager, but collectively as a group, and like I said, I'm preaching to the choir with this group tonight. And there's a lot of folks who can't do. Doc can't do. Doc can probably get on the phone and help out with buddy checks and things like that. And I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying. All right, Doc. You got at least another year in you before we have a memorial organization. Okay, so get this guy a buddy list and let's go. Y'all know what I'm saying. Look, the fun is in the work we do. It's not these meetings. And I'm going to implore y'all that are retired, whether you're on the honor guard or whatever, come sit at the board meeting. You don't have a vote. This guy don't have a vote. This guy's in charge of the rudder of the ship. The board members are in charge of making the decisions. He implements his agenda. Well, actually, that it does, but through him. If you have something that comes to mind when this meeting's over tomorrow, next week, this is a great idea we can do for selling raffle tickets, whatever. Call these two guys, get it on the agenda. They shoot the agenda out, which probably a little later than we probably need to, but they shoot the agenda to the board members. We can sort of gather our thoughts and then bring it together and come up with, is this something we need to do? Is this something we not need to do? And how do we need to achieve it? What does the budget need to be? In the last meeting we had a lot of ideas thrown around, and it was a little bit out of what Robert's rules are. So I had asked I think Nick or maybe one of the other guys, hey, look, let's get this on the agenda. Give us a month to think about it. We got to have organization how these meetings run. But I was just thinking about what happened at our meeting the other day. And look, the fun's not here. The fun's in the work. And if we approach it to that, and as Paul's always said, plan the work the plan, and the results will always come out. It's probably one of the greatest things that I've ever heard you say. I know you have problems. So I'm not going to take up any more of Nick's time. But I felt compelled to share that with y'all. I didn't write it down. It was just a thought today. I'm actually talking to probably the wrong audience. But if you see some other Legionnaires,
it's okay.
Look, we got you know, these days sometimes can be long if you're by yourself, but if there's a few guys to stand around and goof off with and tell inappropriate jokes and collect money for good charity, that's what it's all about. Thank you.
I'm not just gonna say you're talking about fun, and we sell copies. It amazed me how many people that we come in contact with that have no clue what copies are about.
That's exactly right. And the education of that is a big deal. All right, so I want to say one more thing, and just hold your horse, Paul. We got some seats that are going to be coming up. Okay, and elections are June, July,
May.
May. Yeah, I need you to talk to any of the board members about what's coming up. All right. And, you know, I don't want to openly say who's doing what because everybody has their own deal. Okay. But I know there's some guys that's going to be checking out. I know we're going to need a commander because he's already said I'm not running again. Correct?
Yep.
All right. We're going to need a commander. Now I've got people on the board that I think are ready for that position. One person in particular, but he's got the hardest job in the building. And so, you know, for those of us that work, we can't fill that role, and really the commander role either. It's not fair to the post, but we need people willing to step out of their comfort zone and make a commitment because what we do here is fantastic. Not this meeting, but outside these walls. That's all I got.
Tommy, can you please stand here? Whoever gets the right answer. No, I'll have to find.
Hold on, Nick. I got one more thing.
Okay.
Okay. I've got to do this because I keep getting reminded that we forgot him. E.W. Doc Raven Jr. has been a member of the American Legion for over 27 years. And we want to recognize him for that and give him a pin.
I was a member of the Legion in Liberty before I retired. And when I retired, I transferred down here about 10 years ago. And so I kind of got overlooked because I'd only been here about 10 years. But like he said, I got 27 years in.
Thank you.
What happened was last year, we recognized people that were over 25 years, and we missed him. And also, I went back and looked, and we have several members that, and I think the longest one I saw was about 37 years that is a member of this post. And so we're probably going back up, and sometime this year, we're going to try to recognize those that we have missed as well.
Don't we have a 50-something here now?
We might. I ran a list, and I couldn't find the list that I ran because I ran it about back in December, and I'm like, whoa, we missed a lot of people. So either way, Doc, we were supposed to got you back at the Christmas party, and it got overlooked again. So
Thank you.
congratulations. Thank you. All right. If I don't.
One more thing.
One more thing. It's always one more thing. Mike.
Easily, farmers market is coming up. I plan on having a group there every single Saturday. So flags give away free coffee, whatever, it's in the public eye. Second, Barry has got stamps for the back of our brochures with time of our meeting, everything like that. So me and him have been going around local businesses, and everybody else that wants to go to a business that they frequent, ask them if they can put a brochure in. Great advertising for the American Legion. That's it.
Gentlemen, we have gone over just a tad. Now listen, I know y'all sometimes you're straining at the neck and you want to leave here at 8 o'clock, but I want you to know I do not want to interrupt that. And if y'all can give me 5 minutes, that's fine. If you can't, I will gracefully sit down. So all in favor, 5 more minutes? Okay. All not in favor, do not put your hand up. Okay. Now, we have some questions here, and we have some great gifts. for Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force. Now, last month we did this, and the questions were way too simple. Wow. These are going to be tough. Here we go. World War II. What was order number 227 from Stalin?
Jules Journalist.
No.
You get shot if you retreat.
Who said that?
He did.
No, did you really? No, you got it. Well, it's close enough. Not one step back. Those Russians, they went sometimes with no gun at all. They picked up the one from their dead comrade. And if they turned around to retreat, their own soldiers shot them. Not one step back. Okay, now, this is for Air Force people. Ready? AC-130 gunship. GAU-12, the Equalizer. 25 millimeter rounds. How many rounds a minute can it fire?
3,000.
Who said that?
3,000.
That's close. I might give you that, but I'm looking for another answer.
1,125.
No. I'll give you that one if that's all. Anybody else? Gone. The answer is actually 4,000.
Wow.
But we'll give you that because you got 3. Okay, here we go. Now, how many Marine Corps guys we got here? Okay, well you got it, bro. Now anybody can answer. In the Marine Corps, what does ROAD mean?
Retirement active duty.
Who knew that?
That's in every branch.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, you got it. You got it, Rick. It means retired while on active duty. And of course, for others, it means short timer's attitude.
That's right.
Very good, Rick. Okay. What was the name of the battle in North Africa that ended the German advance in Egypt? Who said El Alamein? You got it, bro. Next one. Now, I don't think anybody will get this. This is sort of sad. London, World War II. The bomber crews that flew over Germany. There were 125,000 air crews. What percent never made it back?
75.
44% never made it back. I could almost get emotional. Okay, now you Air Force guys, what was the super bomber of World War II? No, be what? Who?
17?
No. No. Who said it?
29.
B-29. Who said it? Yeah, you got it, buddy. Okay, here's another one. Now, you Air Force guys ought to get this. What is the largest military airplane boneyard in America? Who? Tucson, Arizona. You got it. Next one. Now, you Air Force guys, ready? The F-15 fighter jet. Now, things have maybe changed a little, but back in 1977, the record speed was what? Miles per hour?
5.
Nope.
Higher than that.
Huh? Way higher than that. Huh? Now, I don't know about Mark. I got to have the figure.
850.
Nope.
16.
Huh?
1,200.
Who said what?
16.
Who said 15?
16.
Who said 16? You get 16 because it was 1654 miles per hour. That was back in 1977.
What do they call that plane? They called it a streak eagle because
Really?
it was dressed down and it only flew one mission.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Good for you. Okay. Now, for you guys, now I'm from Massachusetts, so I don't say Army, I say Army. So, anyways, World War II. I'm looking for one word. Don't come up with 2 or 3. I'm looking for one word that sums up the Sherman tank. One word.
Wow.
Close. What was the one word that summed up that tank? Come on.
Monster.
Nobody got it?
Yeah.
Dependability. It won the war. Okay, next one. What nation dominated Vietnam after World War II? Who said France? Who said France? You got it, my friend. Okay. One more? Okay, one more. Here we go. Ready? Okay. How much money did the United States of America invest in the Vietnam War?
Oh.
Oh.
Like trillion.
Huh?
Trillion dollars.
Well, how about 738 billion? Thank you, gentlemen. And I got a bunch more for next month. Now, for those of you that got the right answer, please come up and see me and we have something for you. After we finish. Oh, one more thing. Always one more thing. I'm a preacher. It's always one more thing. I need to see, if you have time, after we conclude, I really need to see Mr. Farley, Mr. Mintz, Rick, and Mike. After, if you can stay, meet me up here front and we'll go over something real quick. Thank you, sir.
Also, retention, you guys there, folks. Yep. You guys didn't behave.
Yeah.
Anyway, cheat here. That was pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you, boss.
Went along.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was the one that told me I was boring. So, yeah, he did. At the meeting the other day. All right. Michelle Church wanted to speak up and say basically that she's going to have a yard sale.
Right.
Okay, so March 14th and 15th. I'm gonna move it up because of the district meeting. We were going a week further, but no, we're fine. So 14th and 15th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we will be taking donations to be able to sell. So if you guys, we have, yeah, you got stuff you want to get rid of, you got neighbors or family or anybody else.
Neighbors.
Yeah, that's why I like to do it myself. Not taking people, I know people know that. No wives, no whatever. But you want to bring this stuff in, and Mike will take it in the morning when he's here, or I'm actually going to send an email out so you guys will actually have all the information of when we'll be here. So your support will be greatly appreciated. All the money is going to help us send Girls to Girls Day. Mike made cookies today and roped me into helping, so please take a cookie before you leave, and they're really good.
Okay.
Take well.
All right, we're trying to get down. Yes.
Is this question time or?
No. Throw it out quickly.
So, I heard what Tommy said, and then I heard you mention there's two funds or two whatever. So where do you see all the organizations that we're donating to? And then how much is in the other fund? How much is in that? But I mean, what?
Okay. Kind of to answer your question, it's going to be kind of a lengthy thing.
Yeah.
But basically, we have a committee. Nick's in charge of it. That is going to be looking into our charities, our giving, and what our income is, and see how that balance is, and get it so that we can be able to give it to you guys.
So
In other words, give a report.
Right now and say, hey, we gave this money to this person.
Yeah, we got one from last year.
We have
We have,
the information.
Oh,
we can, yeah.
like what's that?
There-
Budget or whatever?
It's more of what we gave last year to different charities and how much we gave to them. Okay, he does have that list. So, and we can go into it, but it's going to drag us out a little longer.
Right. I just would like to see it sometime.
Yeah, yes, and that's what we're trying to get to.
When we showed it last year at the end of the fiscal year or the beginning
Yeah.
of this fiscal year, so we've had transparent discussions about it, but it's not something that we show up every meeting. I was just
Yeah.
having a general conversation about.
It's on the website.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of charities, want to thank all the people that bring food that we then donate to the United Christian Ministries. Last Friday, I collected up what we had, and it was 92 pounds of canned goods and food.
Good.
So keep bringing it, and they do appreciate it.
Yeah. And just make sure that when you bring it in, that it's not expired.
Yeah.
Check the date on and not open.
Well, that's in addition to the 5 years we get.
Yeah. So yes, we do give to a lot of things, and to answer your question, I'm not trying to be vague about it. It's just that we didn't have it where we could lay it out in a orderly fashion tonight. That's why.
Yeah, just all bills paid.
Yeah. And so anyway, that's where we're at on that. So does anybody else have anything to add? Pretty good in the post.
Anybody wants to help with anything that I've talked about, get a hold of me. I'd love to have help.
Yeah, I forgot that one. I was going to throw it in. It was actually on the other PowerPoint I had.
You help, I don't have to.
He does need a lot of help. And also, if you come by during the daytime, if you have ideas about what we can do, let him know, because he feeds me information almost daily.
Yeah.
So,
Meet or whatever, that I can help too with that if anybody needs to set up an account. Right.
oh, okay. But yeah, it's we're here to help. That's all, Okay. If there's nothing further to add, till we meet again, let us remember our obligation to our country can be fulfilled only by the faithful performance of all duties of citizenship. Let service to the community, state, and nation be ever a main objective of the American Legion and its members. Let us be ever watchful of the honor of our country, our organization, and ourselves, that nothing shall swerve us from the path of justice, freedom, and democracy.
Amen.
Please uncover. Chaplain.
Heavenly Father, again, thank you so very much for this evening. And thank you, Lord, for the cooperation of everybody. Lord, we're in this for the good and for the long haul. We just want to be a blessing to God, our country, veterans, and our fellow man. And Lord Jesus, please make sure that happens. God bless everyone that's here, and help us, Lord, to all have a safe trip home tonight. In Jesus' name, and everybody said.
Please cover. Okay. And the POW MIA flag has been recovered. Okay, face the flag and salute. 2. And now declare this meeting of the Easley Post number 52, American Legion Department, South Carolina, adjourned.